Hey guys, it's Shadow, and today we are going to be playing The Sims 3, obviously. I say obviously, but it's not really obvious until I say it, am I right? That obviously you guys can tell from the title, but whatever. We are going to be making the Family Guy house in this, the Griffin's house. Now I don't know any specifics on this house. I watch the show from time to time, but it has become kind of an iconic house. But I actually start off this episode by making Lois and Peter as well as I possibly can in the game. It's not very easy to make like almost anime-ish characters in this game. So I made them as good as I could. They look like if there was a lifelike version of Lois and Peter. I know there's a couple people that look like Peter Griffin and probably Lois too, but this is as good as I could possibly get it, honestly. Really, I can't make Lois's face big enough, like, not in the way that I need. I can't make her eyes big enough, and I can't make her nose big enough, so we'll just have to kind of settle for what we can. Now, I gave them traits that would be most like the real life. I say real life, but it most like the actual show characters. So, Lois actually has absent-minded, excitable, neat, no sense of humor, and family-orientated. Now, the only reason I do that kind of stuff is because she's very absent-minded, obviously. She gets pretty excitable. She's a neat freak. She hates it whenever Peter gets all messy in the house and leaves a mess and whatever. She has no sense of humor. Like, sometimes she can be funny, but it's just by chance. So, she's family-orientated, obviously, because Peter is not the family guy. It's more kind of Lois being the family girl, whatever. And Peter has the absent-minded, excitable, coward, loser, and over-emotional traits. Only because, like, obviously both of them are absent-minded and excitable. Peter's kind of a coward to things, and he's also kind of a loser, if you think about it sometimes. He's over-emotional, and I put as an optional thing is to be a slop, because it would kind of like, Lois is the neat person, he's the slop, I don't know, slop is a trait, whatever. But now we get on to the building, which is actually really, I had a fun time doing it. It was just hard trying to, like, get the right proportions, like what it really would be in the actual game. I don't know, a lot of it didn't match up, and the bushes that I ended up putting, these aren't the bushes that I ended up using in the very end. I ended up using like these like thorn bushes, and they stuck through the side of the house, which I don't really like. I might go back and change that if I ever do another video like designed around this. But yeah, anyway, I ended up using those smaller windows. I almost wish I would have used the double windows that were exactly like that one. But it works. There's not any like those little window covers. They don't have any for double wide stuff. So yeah. And I actually screwed it up pretty bad right here. I started building and didn't realize how short the property was, so I had to rebuild again. It wasn't a big deal, I guess. It didn't take too long to rebuild. But the only reason, this may sound weird, the only reason I'm playing this in The Sims 3 is because in The Sims 4, there is literally no cars and no garage door. So I would have had to find something to kind of cover that up, because like, obviously the Family Guy house has a garage. It would have looked a lot nicer in The Sims 4, and it probably would have been easier to build. But the whole thing is that it wouldn't fit. Like, I don't know, it would look strange because you're not able to put garages because there's no cars. So yeah, I don't know if that'll ever be added on in The Sims 4. We might just have to literally wait until Sims 5 comes out, or whatever the next game's called, to be able to get cars again. I like the cars feature. I don't like having to take a taxi or a work like haul every day. Not work haul. Like I don't like having to share a car every day with coworkers at the job site in Sims 4. It just kind of gets annoying to me, to be honest. So I really wish that would be one request for EA, is to bring back the cars in Sims, and I don't know, I'd just be really happy if he did that. So please. But I did have a fun time building this house. I like doing this kind of thing. I might actually come back and do some more of these kind of builds in the future. I don't know what other houses I could do, to be honest. Let's see. I'm trying to think of something that I could do. Maybe I could do like my own house, so you get an idea of what my house looks like. Or maybe I could do my old houses or something. It maybe, like, literally, I know this sounds very odd. If you have any, well, I'm not going to say your house, because, like, honestly, that just sounds like I'm trying to figure out where you live. If you want me to build a house in The Sims, send me a picture of it. And I'm not saying don't send me your house picture. If you're sending me a picture of your house, please don't tell me it's your house. Don't tell anybody in the comments that it's your house. That's like just an easy way to get your house burglarized. So please don't do that. But I mean, like, if you have any famous places that you want me to recreate, or say if you see something on Google, like a modern house or something, you're like, oh, hey, he should totally build that. Then send me a picture of it and I'll try to recreate it in Sims 3. I'd be happy to do that. But please, for the love of God, don't send me your own house. Like, if you do it like incognito. Don't tell me it's your house. Don't tell me it's your friend's house. Don't tell me it's... Just say you found it on Google so nobody knows it's your house. That's so stupid, like, honestly. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to be reliable for anybody getting robbed. But anyways. So, one of the more tricky parts of this build was the fact that you have these little, like, dormitory things, the dormers at the top of the roof. On both sides, actually. You've got the two in the front that are kind of longer and stick out, and then you have the one in the back that it's like a whole room size, but it sticks off the back. And there's no good way to design the inside around that design. Like, you would have to make the house a lot bigger than it really would be in real life. So, I don't know. I might go back and redo that or something. I like how it turned out, but the upstairs is nowhere near what it is in the real, like in the show. Only because of the fact that the size of the roof and whatnot limited it a lot. So I have one bathroom and 2 bedrooms upstairs, but I believe in the real show there is 3 bedrooms upstairs and a bathroom, but they're designed completely different. And I couldn't fit in a king-size bed, like a double-wide bed. I couldn't put one upstairs at all with the designs of the room that I had to do. So yeah, that's the only thing that's not realistic about this build. But the rest of it is pretty close to what it really is in the show. And as you can see, I had a lot of trouble trying to mock around with the staircase here. It gave me a lot of trouble, a lot more than I thought it would. But in the end, I used that little stage area right there to do that. And I also could not find a very good way to do the wall that goes up the bottom of the railing on the stairs like that. So I just kind of had to settle to do that. I have to assume there's probably a way to do that in The Sims 4. But not in The Sims 3, sadly. I really wish it was something that I could do. But, let's see. I wanted to put a door coming from the living room going out to the little greenery room out there. But I had to just kind of settle for it having the 2 doors on it from the outside. So, like, if anybody ever wants to, like, say if you're using this house and your Sims want to go out there to, say, study or something, then they'll have to walk around outside. So, like, I think this is a feature in The Sims. I haven't played The Sims 3 in a long time, but, like, if you have the doors locked, then there's literally going to be no way to get out there in the nighttime. Because I believe there's an automatic locking thing, like, at night. So, like, you can't, like, it'll keep robbers from coming in at night or something like that. Or they'll have to break the door down or something. But, I don't know. It's been a long time since I played this game, like, really. I played a lot of The Sims 4, and I'm really excited for more DLC to come out on The Sims 4, but way back in the day, I like probably put thousands of hours in on The Sims 3. It was kind of one of those things. Whenever I was younger, I would end up sneaking into my computer room, which at the time my computer was in the library. And well, I put quotes around library because we called it the library, but it was just kind of the central room in our house, and we had a bookcase in there and like a desk. So we called it the library, but it really wasn't any bigger than like a normal closet, honestly. So yeah, I would sneak in there at night and literally play it until like 3 or 4 a.m. and then I had school the next day, so it really screwed me over. Do I regret it now? Yeah, kind of, honestly. Even though I got a lot of experience of the game, it wasn't worth it because I ended up dropping out of school. So yeah, that was not worth it. I would say, say if your passion is games, then I would say probably like put a lot of thought into school for designing games or something like that, but never drop out of school because of games. Like, that's just a stupid idea. So yeah, please don't do it. I don't know. It's just kind of one of those things that I regret, and I don't want you to regret it too, because I'm looking out for you, even though you don't know it. That sounds weird. I'm sorry. I'm actually gonna get a drink real quick. I'm getting kind of lightheaded, and it kind of sucks. So there you go, Dr. Pepper. Nah. But yeah, I put this TV in, and I really like how that turned out, and it looks really amazing. I tried to match, like, on the first floor, I tried to match everything as best as you could. Like, some rooms that that are in Family Guy, you literally you never see. Like, the back 2 rooms, you never see those 2 rooms. You never see the greenery room. Well, there's like a couple times you see in the garage, but the only times that I've ever seen the garage were like whenever it was making fun of how messy it was in there. So I don't really know. And the upstairs, the only rooms that you ever see are Peter and Lois's, Meg's, and sometimes Chris's. You don't see the bathroom all that much, so I didn't really focus on the top floor anyway. Like, I kind of already knew that going into it. But yeah, I don't know. After so long, I had to just kind of finish the video because, like, I went out for a while and then I came back and then I realized I still had to finish it. So I just kind of finished it off as good as I could. If it's not really good enough for you guys, I'll definitely go back and try to not remake it, but like finish it in a better way than it is currently. You see right there, I couldn't really fit in a doorway, so I kind of had to just do that to get around it. So, I don't know. But, I don't know. Oh, man. This headache's getting worse and worse the farther we go into this. I presume just because it's a really hot room that I'm in, my bedroom. My computer makes it probably about 20 degrees hotter than it should be. But, yeah, I don't know. I furnished this room and the rest of the rooms that you don't normally see as best as I could presume they would look like, but I don't know what they look like, so I just kind of threw it together, and it is what it is. The garage is pretty empty because you can't, like, with the dimensions that I had to give it, you can't fit in a car spot, and I didn't throw in a car on this lot just because I kind of wanted to leave that up to the actual game. So yeah, it's just, I don't know. This was an awkward house to build. It's an awkward house to start out with, honestly. But I really like how the living room and the kitchen came out. They look pretty close to what the real show looks like, and I don't know. That's good enough for me, to be honest. I actually kind of like this little library room, the study room, because I threw in the desk. The desk was, I believe, from World Adventures DLC, if that's what it's called. It's been a long time since I played that, and I don't remember the name of it, so yeah. But I believe it was from that, and I threw it in. It's kind of like a wood desk, but it's also kind of got this glass top on it, and it gives it this nice finish. So I threw in that couch and the end table and a bunch of bookcases. And honestly, like, you'll see it in a second, and I think in about 2 minutes, I have some pictures coming up of like the pictures that I took of the game, obviously. But you'll see in that picture, it looks really good, other than the fact that I think I forgot if there is a way to put on roof tiles. Whenever you're in photo mode, you can actually see up into the roof, and that's not really what I wanted to happen. But it kind of happened, and we just kind of have to go on with it, I guess. I don't know. I know there was a DLC that allowed you to edit the roof tiles, but I don't remember which one it is. There's 2 DLCs that I currently don't have installed, which I believe is Nightlife and high-end. What is it? High-end, like high-end house parts or whatever it's called. I don't remember what it's called, but here are the pictures. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button and comment what you would like for me to do. And if you really like it, subscribe to the channel. As you can see there, you can see through the roof right there. But anyway, if you like it, subscribe to my channel and see more of these kind of videos. I do Planet Coaster and other sim stuff, and I'm getting into more games as we go. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope I see you guys in the next video. Bye.